You just look like your breath stink. Stop using that $3 grocery store toothpaste and get you some of this Lucida. Help freshen them breath and get them old cheap ass work coffee stains off your teeth. This charcoal activated toothpaste will take that butter off your teeth using this charcoal and make it white as snow. Drop that in the description box and get some with your stank mouth ass. Stay with me while we grow old, and we will spend each day in springtime. I don't even know why I'm up singing that this morning. Maybe because I love you. I'm feeling real good, y'all. Feeling real great. And it's been a while since I've come to y'all with a topical video. I woke up this morning eating my breakfast on the sofa, minding my business like I always do. And Gayle King was on that talking about by the end of the day, the people said they may have a coronavirus vaccine ready for us. But Vanessa, I want to know, is you taking it? The gag is a black woman created it. Get into it. We got some Tiffany Haddish news, and we're going to talk to Olivia Jade, Black Women Saving the Day on the Red Table Talk. Want to get into it? Here you go. Nessa, girl, you know, I try to stay out of medical people business. When I went down to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, y'all, I already know them people ain't teach me nothing about medical, okay? But I have an obligation to my people to try to advance the conversation and just to try to provide a little bit of common sense and some actual and factual when it's applicable to our life, you know. I could be Candy Burris, bitch. I could write songs with a whole bunch of words on the melody. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother day for a whole nother read. Nevertheless, I don't have the exact numbers because I was too lazy to look them up, but there was a survey that was done that was talking about people and their willingness to take a corona vaccine when one was made available. And needless to say, African American people ranked at the bottom with the lowest amount of people who said they felt comfortable taking a vaccine. Well, in response to that, Dr. Fauci has came out and let it be known, my black brothers and sisters, that the person responsible for creating the vaccine was a black woman. And not only was she black or like immigrant black, she real black. Let me tell y'all what her name is. Y'all ready, bitch? Her name is Kizzmekia Corbett, okay? Yes, God, Kizzmekia. So y'all know, bitch, she black. She took it back to the old school Doodle Brown. She drank Hennessy. She know rap music. Her favorite artist is Lil' Kim. She eat collard greens and cornbread mushed together in the same damn bowl. She real black. The question I have for y'all now is, knowing that a bitch named Dr. Kizzmekia made the damn vaccine, is y'all gonna take it? Because, girl, they say it's rolling out today. They say it's rolling out later on today. And they giving it to the frontline workers and the people on the ventilators and stuff. Is y'all gonna take it? Let me tell you something. I don't know why for whatever reason, I have a strong moral trust and Dr. Anthony Fauci. I do. I just believe there's just something about him. I just believe the things that comes out of his mouth. He makes me feel comfortable. I personally am not listening to anybody else except Dr. Fauci. Don't send your pastor around here. Don't send the assistant principal around here. I'm only listening to Dr. Fauci. And if Dr. Fauci said it's okay, it's okay. Now, listen, let's not pretend like, you know, black people in this country do not have a reason to be distrustful or skeptical of the health system. Already as it stands, you know, black women die more than white women in child labor. Black people are not trusted when they say they are in pain in a hospital, so on and so forth, due to implicit racial biases that people tend to have as it relates to black people. We know that, right? In this COVID vaccine debate, a lot of people keep bringing up the Tuskegee Airmen experiment. And look at what the government did to black people. Look at what the government did to black people. And listen, I'm not going to take that from you. If that's what you want to harp on and that's what you have to harp on in order to sleep easy at night, who am I to tell you otherwise? I just want to provide you some facts and something that's logical. While the Tuskegee experiment is something that did happen, that was a vaccine, or that was a project in which they targeted specifically black people. With the COVID vaccine, there's no mandate that says they're giving it to black people first. They're giving the vaccine to everybody, white, brown, yellow, orange, Asian. So that alone right there should cancel out y'all's whole, they trying to kill off black people. Now, some people make the argument that they're giving it to poor people first. I mean, I can't prove it or disprove it, but I tend to have just a little more faith in the medical community and those who took the Hippocratic oath than to believe that there's just some mass conspiracy to eradicate poor people. Factor in Bill and Melinda Gates and all the other propaganda that's been going on with them. I'm here to tell you, believe what the hell you want to believe. I just found out there's an extra piece of information out there, and a sister by the name of Kizzmekia Corbett created the vaccine, and that's what it is. Dr. Anthony Fauci wants black Americans skeptical of COVID-19 vaccines to know that a black woman was at the forefront of creating them. So fear not. The nation's leading infectious disease expert spoke Tuesday at an event hosted by the National Urban League while discussing racism in medical research and how it created mistrust. Fauci put spotlight on the contributions of black scientists in historic development of COVID vaccines, most notably Dr. Kizzmekia Corbett. While it might have sounded awkward, Fauci was simply addressing the elephant in the room. A new study shows that 14% of African Americans trust the vaccine will be safe and only 18% trust it'll be effective. That's alarming, considering a large portion of the country needs to get vaccinated in order for the virus, who has disproportionately affected people of color, to go away. Corbett is a pretty big deal in the medical research world. She's the lead scientist for corona vaccine research at Fauci's National Institute of Health. She was also part of the team that worked with Moderna to develop the vaccine that is expected to get emergency use authorization from the FDA when it's rolled out later this month. Simply put, he wants y'all to know. So the first thing you might want to say to my African American brothers and sisters is that the vaccine you're going to take was developed and created by an African American woman, and that's just a fact. So with that being said, I want y'all to drop down in the comments and let me know, does that put any of your fears at ease? Moving right along while we talk about black women. Everybody loves Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart. Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart are, you know, at the creme de la creme of comedy. They are the people that the white machine in Hollywood has chosen to represent us. Now, granted, I don't know why. I honestly wish the machine would have gotten behind somebody like some more, so on and so forth. But I understand that entertainment appeal is something that is subjective, and we all have different tastes. Me personally, I do not find, nor have I ever found, Kevin Hart or Tiffany Haddish funny. There, I say it, it's your own people that be tearing you down. I don't have to find them funny to recognize their contribution in Hollywood and to applaud them for what it is they've done. Different strokes for different folks. I don't like it, but I'm telling you what somebody else don't like. Tiffany Haddish don't like the Grammy people. The Grammy people tapped Tiffany Haddish to host the pre-Grammy show. It would be a 3-hour award show prior to the Grammys. The only catch is she would not get paid, nor would they provide her with hair, makeup, or wardrobe. Tiffany Haddish politely told them people to kiss her ass and lick it with it. Is it racism? Is it sexism? Is it them trying to take advantage of her? Is it them trying to bribe her into doing whatever they want her to do? Is they trying to Monique her and make her tour around the world and now yah for free in exchange for a Grammy? Some of y'all may jump to that conclusion, but the pre-Grammy award show people released a statement and they simply let it be known that they are a non-for-profit organization. And since the pre-show is not aired on CBS, it does not generate the money, therefore it does not have the budget that the Grammy Award show does, and that historically the role is something that is done pro bono by celebrities. Now here's the thing, you know, Tiffany was like, I'm not doing it, which I do not blame her. And she went on to say, you know, is it normal for a host, if she said, she went on to say, how many people have they done this to? It's like asking a guy asking you out on a date but telling you you have to pay for it. So listen, I have been in a situation like this before, in this business, right? And by no means am I comparing my career to Tiffany Haddish's. Let me start out by saying I definitely believe that Tiffany Haddish is at a point in her career where she does not have to take pro bono work. All things constant, mama is signed, sealed, delivered. She's yours. She's already arrived. If you were an up and coming comedian, no tea, no shade, because I love somebody like Lunel. That would be a role that would help Lunel. Lunel may perhaps consider, okay, I'm going to take this and do this for free to get in with these folks. Even some more might consider taking it just to up their profile and to rub elbows with those people. But Tiffany Haddish is already a household name across cultures and across countries. There is no need for her to do this. Now listen, when I went to Florida State University and got my degree in economics and subsequently graduated, one of my first jobs out of college was at a nonprofit. And nonprofits still have money and budgets. I think to soften the blow, and this is what a lot of people do in the business. They say we don't have a booking fee, but we can give you a per diem and provide you with hair, makeup, and wardrobe. Here's the reality of the situation. If them people down to the thing wanted to make the shit work, they could. The pre-Grammy show is still attached to the Grammys. I'm sure the same sponsors that y'all get to do the gifting suites and provide gifts and all that stuff are the same people that y'all could have got a couple coins from to provide that lady with hair, makeup, and a small fee. I think it is ridiculous and extremely insulting to pick somebody on the caliber of Tiffany Haddish and ask them to stand out there and do that shit for 3 hours for free. I'm here to tell y'all something. Deborah Lee from BET still owe me for my feats from when I did the BET Hip Hop Awards all them years ago, standing out there in them damn hills. My feet was tore up for 3 years and some change. I still have pain every time I think back to how long I had to stand out there. There is nothing glamorous about them red carpet pre-show interviews, and I'm here to tell you in my career, bitch, I ain't never did another one. And don't plan on it either, unless it's the Grammy people calling me to come work for free. And then that's a whole nother story. So shouts out to Tiffany. Know your worth, stand up for the hell. You know, keep it pushing, mama. You don't need that horn. And keeping with this black woman vein that I'm on since we're doing this or whatever, I found it only fitting that I pulled this story. I saw Olivia Jade trending. I had no idea. Y'all know I stay up out of white people business. Okay, I just like to go to their restaurants and to their stores, but I stay at their business and at their relationship. Honestly and truthfully, I thought Olivia Jade was a damn store or whatever. I thought they had a fashion line or something that came out, because it sounds like a nice store. Olivia Jade, what's that you wearing? Oh, this is Olivia Jade. This old thing is Olivia Jade. Well, come to find out, this old thing was that young thing. It was Aunt Becky, Lori Loughlin, and Massimo Giuliani's daughter. Y'all know Aunt Becky ass went down to prison. I don't know if she's still down there to the Camp Cupcake. Something a little lighter than where they sent Martha Stewart for the college admission scandal where her husband, some other guy that was working as a proxy for the school, through the school, finagled this whole situation to lie and say she was an athlete, a rower, to get her accepted into college. Now, Olivia Jade, through hook, crook, or publicist, landed her way on the Red Table Talk. And before she came out, Gam, Jada Pinkett's mom, said, you know what, I want to tell you something. She's like, I feel some type of way. And let me read the quote verbatim. She said, I feel some type of way. Here we go once again. This is her quote. White women coming to black women for support when we don't get the same from them. So, I 100% agree with Gam. I 100% agree with Gam. Of all the freaking shows Olivia Jade could have went on, spanning from The View to Good Morning America to whatever other place, she came to Red Table Talk. And no shade, while Red Table Talk is a very popular show, there are much more popular shows, higher elevated shows that she could have given that interview. Why was the Red Table Talk show selected? Because that was the show, considering the racial disparity and the crime that was committed, that would give her the best outcome for what it is she did. The whole issue society-wise was the fact that white people get away with shit that black people don't. So what better way to save it and go get some grace than to explain myself amongst the crowd of black people. Again, she didn't do us no favor, and she didn't do it because she loved us or gave two damns about us. She did it with them because she needed it for her. So I was with Gam when she said, here it is once again, you know, white women coming to black women, to the black platform to be their damn savior. You know what I'm saying? And while that may be true, you know, Gam, Jada, Willow, y'all accepted the interview. So obviously y'all saw that there was some benefit in it and y'all benefited from it too. And that was the only thing that kind of minimized Gam's angst. Because it was like, well shit, if you truly felt that way, then why didn't you save her? You know what I'm saying? Granted, it elevated Red Table Talk. They got something out of it too. But I subsequently went on to watch The View's reaction to Olivia Jade's whole Red Table Talk situation. And Sunny Holston said something that was very profound to me that I want to share with you guys. She pointed out the fact that Olivia Jade basically got on this show and blamed her parents. It was my parents. My parents. I didn't know any better. This was normal in my world. My parents did this. They were just using their resources. They just wanted the best for their kids like everybody else wants for their kids. And Sunny pointed out that Olivia Jade conveniently skipped her part in all of this. The View went on to show that she was doing, went on to make photos of her rowing as if she is a rower, and she got a college acceptance letter for rowing, knowing damn well she ain't never got her ass in nobody's nasty Lake Michigan, Lake Minnetonka, or Lake any damn thing else and rowed her boat. So at what point, like Sunny said, did you not realize you were wrong? And Sarah pointed out something that was really good too. Sarah pointed out the fact that regardless of your background, we all teach our children Sesame Street, Dr. Seuss. We let them watch children's cartoons that always have good morals and fundamental things that children need to know to understand right from wrong. How did you just bypass all of those teachings and not realize that what you were doing was wrong? While everybody agrees that the lion's share of the blame goes on her parents, baby, you were not 12 years old. You were a 20-year-old female. You knew good and goddamn well that you were cheating and this was wrong, that you were not a rower. So again, I just wish that perhaps Gam and Jada would have held her feet to the fire just a little harder. Quiet as it's kept, I honestly wish they would have left the bitch out there to drown. Let her mammy them got resources. Let her mammy them to fix it. Let them take their damn resources and build their own show and their own following and their own platform, and let her spew whatever twist turns and Olivia Pope lies that she want to spin twist turn to the world. They should have left her ass out where the hell she was. But I will say, from a she gets it perspective, I definitely do get the impression that she did get it. It did feel genuine for the most part, and shouts out for whatever growth that this woman has discovered in her life. And hopefully she takes this lesson and goes on to be a great ally of people of color and change the world. I'll hold my breath, but hey, wishful thinking, right? This is all I got, y'all. I gave y'all 3 good stories. I got to get in here, shit, shower, and shave, and finish preparing this house. The WeTV people finna come over here and film for this show I'm doing with some people y'all know, or whatever the case may be. And then I might, you know, do some rich white woman things, go to the mall and buy some stuff and eat, because I'm going out of town tomorrow to do some more rich white woman things. And then I'll call y'all later on tonight or whatever. And don't forget TGIF tomorrow on Fox Soul. Me, Claudia Jordan, Gary with the T, and Al Reynolds bringing y'all all things urban pop culture with our intellectual and hilarious spin. Don't forget you can check that out Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox Soul, which by the way is on television in 32 markets on the app. You can catch the show on YouTube as well. So for those of y'all that love show, that little web show, nah bitch, it's a TV show on a whole emerging network, and a bitch is very much on their way to becoming that nighttime talk show host. Oh wait, becoming, I already am. Catch! I'll call y'all hoes later. Bye!